This is the intro. This is the intro to this video. Okay. I'm going to be talking about some stuff in this video that's pretty. I think it's worth watching. Okay, I think it's a video worth watching. Um, at first, first of all, I'm a person that likes to take his time when talking. Okay, so you can take that into account. At first, it's a little takes some time to get started, I would say, but if you keep watching, I think it gets progressively better. And I hope you do. And yeah, just enjoy, okay? Today I'm going to talk about a topic that I don't hear a lot of people talking about. And maybe for good reason, probably for good reason. But we're going to talk about it here today. Um, just because I feel like things need to be addressed. Some things are good, some things are going to be bad, but the things that are going on in the world need to be addressed. Empty stadiums. Empty stadiums, in sports. In sports. And more specifically, in the NFL. Well, in football, in the NFL, and in college. Well, I'm not going to get into all of the discussion that I could get into about should we have empty stadiums, should we have 25% capacity. Some states have different mandates, lockdowns, restrictions, whatever. But I'm not going to get into this in this video. I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to talk about is how empty stadiums affect everything in the sport. One of the main reasons is that the sport that we're talking about specifically here is football. And why is that important? Well, this is a big deal with any sport, honestly. Basketball, baseball, volleyball, golf. We saw the Masters like a week, 2 weeks ago, with no people. It's not the same. College game days are not too good this year. It's pretty sad. Seeing those people in just empty field, empty landmark, no tailgates. Pretty sad. But let's get into the NFL, or let's get into football. Let's get into the NFL. I think that this concept of empty stadiums affects football more. It's more important with football than with a lot of the other sports. And why? That's because of the nature of football. Football is the ultimate sport. Okay? Football is the ultimate sport. The ultimate sport. I don't know how else you could call it. I don't know. That's what comes to my mind. It's the ultimate sport. But anyway, the people, the athletes that play football, they are gladiators. We're seeing a spectacle. we're watching a sport that in concept remain reminds me a lot of gladiator fights, gladiator, shows. Um, that's very important actually. That's very important. You know why? Because basketball does not remind me of gladiators. Okay, that's pretty important. And well, for example, basketball does not remind me of gladiators. I mean, a huge, a huge respect for basketball. I I like basketball. I like watching basketball. Okay, I like playing. But I mean, football is different. Actually, basketball is one of the more or most respectable sports out there. I just say that as an example, but it's okay. Football. Why so special? Why is this connection important about football and empty stadiums? I mean, it sucks if it's basketball, right? The fucking bubble, the Disney bubble, and how those it sucked. It sucked. I mean, those the playoffs, the NBA playoffs this year, are really bad. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much, but some other factors, but probably one of the factors, actually, probably one of the bigger factors, in my opinion, was that there was no one. It was just an empty, like, field house. It was like an arena, but I mean, not even. It was not even pleasant to look at, honestly. But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is that it sucks basketball with empty stadiums, right? But and it's affected. Okay, basketball. I mean, basketball is probably the closest, or one of the closest they can get to football in this sense. But football is just another category. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that the football play, the game is hugely affected by excuse me, it's hugely affected by empty stadiums. How? Like, can you imagine a gladiator fight whenever they were, and just imagine the gladiators, imagine 1-on-1, right? Gladiator fight, and there's no one in the arena watching? Are you kidding me? I mean, it's not conceivable. It's not natural. Okay, you can play basketball with no people watching. It's cool. It's fun, but playing football with no people watching, it's, it's not natural. It's not natural. Okay, and I think that a lot of the things that um, I mean, this unnaturality is affecting the game. It's having a big impact in the game, I think. I mean, some games may not be affected. Some people may play good, may play the same. Some people may play even the same. And maybe even some teams, maybe the whole team may play the same way that they will with people watching them live on the spot. But even if that's the case with some, I think that would be like a small amount of the teams. I think that it has a huge impact on a lot of things actually, but on football and on the game. Hey, I love football, and that's why it's so sad to see what's going on this year. It's so sad. It's been taken away from us. It's been taken away from the world, the energy, the culture, the excitement, the union. It's been taken away from us, not entirely, but in a very, very big extent. It's been taken away from us. I mean, what can you do? It's the circumstances that we have right now, right? But I mean, the good part is that it's getting better, We are almost at the end of it. Well, maybe towards the end of it. Um, I just don't want to get into that too much. This is what I'm getting to, okay? The players playing in these cities. How does that affect the play? How does that affect the game? I think, in my opinion, that has an outcome. It matters. It matters. Some players are not going to be happy playing like that. I mean, you're gonna do it, but you're not going to feel the prime time. You're not going to feel the excitement. And you know what? This is what I'm trying to get to actually. Football is about emotion. It is about emotion. Yeah, um, it's about feeling it. Because you're in a prime time situation. It's showtime, okay? So you are going to do whatever it takes to catch that ball. You're going to do whatever it takes to throw that ball down the field precisely